Let's begin. 1. Scientists can store digital data in strands of synthetic DNA because DNA has an incredibly high storage density, able to hold all the world's data in a single room. 2. There are three-dimensional printers that manufacture human organs using bioink made of living cells, revolutionizing medicine by allowing the creation of tissues for transplants. 3. Quantum computers use qubits that can be in two states at once. This allows them to perform calculations millions of times faster than the most powerful supercomputers. 4. There is a material called graphene that is just one layer of carbon atoms, yet it's stronger than steel and conducts electricity better than copper, forming the basis for future flexible devices. 5. Artificial intelligence can already generate realistic images from a simple written description, thanks to machine learning models trained on billions of images. 6. Transparent solar panels are being developed that can turn any window into an energy source by capturing ultraviolet and infrared light without blocking visible light. 7. Gene editing with the CRISPR technique allows for precise and inexpensive modification of DNA, opening the door to curing hereditary diseases. 8. Solid-state batteries for electric cars don't use flammable liquid, are safer, and allow ranges of over 1,000 kilometers on a single charge. 9. Neuromorphic computing imitates the structure of the human brain with special chips, making artificial intelligence more efficient and consuming less energy. 10. There is a project to create a global quantum internet that would be impossible to hack due to the laws of physics protecting communication. 11. Robotic surgeons can operate with sub-millimetric precision superior to the human hand, reducing patients' recovery time. 12. Lab-grown meat is produced from animal cells without the need to slaughter an animal, offering a sustainable alternative to traditional livestock farming. 13. Delivery drones are already a reality in some cities, automating last-mile logistics and cutting delivery times to minutes. 14. Augmented reality overlays digital information onto the real world through special glasses, changing how we work in industries like manufacturing and medicine. 15. There are self-healing materials that repair themselves when broken, inspired by the way human skin heals, which extends the lifespan of products like tires or car paint. 16. Nuclear fusion replicates the energy of the sun on Earth, and new experimental reactors have achieved the milestone of generating more energy than they consume for the first time. 17. Brain-computer interfaces allow the control of devices with thought by analyzing brain signals, which aids people with reduced mobility. 18. Nanotechnology allows the creation of particles that selectively attack cancer cells, delivering medication directly and reducing side effects. 19. Liquid air energy storage is a novel way to save excess renewable energy by compressing and cooling air until it liquefies. 20. Synthetic biology enables the design of microbes from scratch to produce fuels, medicines, or materials sustainably and on a personalized basis. 21. Smart mirrors analyze your skin and general health condition just by looking at you, providing instant diagnoses from your bathroom. 22. 4D printing creates objects that assemble or change shape on their own over time by reacting to elements like water or heat. 23. Edge computing processes data exactly where it is generated instead of sending it to the cloud, allowing autonomous cars to react in milliseconds. 24. There are vertical farms with LED lights that allow food to be grown in city skyscrapers, increasing production and saving water. 25. Tactile holograms use ultrasound to create figures in the air that can be felt with the hands, revolutionizing screenless interfaces. 26. Asteroid mining seeks to extract precious metals and water from space rocks using robotic spacecraft, which could be the next gold rush. 27. Smart clothing incorporates sensors that monitor vital signs and fibers that change properties to insulate against cold or heat as needed. 28. Li-Fi, light fidelity, transmits data through LED light pulses. It is much faster and more secure than traditional radio frequency Wi-Fi. 29. Autonomous vehicles use LiDAR, a laser technology that creates a real-time, three-dimensional map of their entire surroundings to navigate safely. 30. Precision agriculture uses satellites and drones to analyze crops and apply water, fertilizers, or pesticides only where needed, optimizing resources. 31. There are elevators that move both horizontally and vertically using magnetic levitation, which will change the design of future skyscrapers. 32. Natural language chatbots like GPT can maintain fluid conversations and write complex texts because they learn from billions of examples from the web. 33. Wave energy converts the constant motion of ocean waves into electricity, offering a constant and predictable source of renewable energy. 34. Silicon chips are reaching their physical limit, so new materials like wide bandgap semiconductors are being researched to continue Moore's law. 35. Photonics replaces electrons with photons to transmit information, creating optical chips that are much faster and don't generate heat. 36. Wearable exoskeletons give superhuman strength to workers, or allow paraplegic people to walk by interpreting their movement intentions. 37. Direct air capture is a technology that extracts carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to combat climate change or create synthetic fuels. 38. Optical atomic clocks are so precise they wouldn't lose a second in 15 billion years, improving GPS and network synchronization. 39. Quantum teleportation doesn't move matter, but rather the quantum state of one particle to another instantaneously, which is essential for quantum computing. 40. 6G networks promise such low latency that they will enable real-time remote control of critical infrastructure or distant surgeries with total precision. 41. Topological insulator materials conduct electricity only on their surface without energy loss, which could end the energy waste of electronics. 42. Computer vision allows machines to identify objects and people in videos and images with an accuracy that already surpasses human performance in many tasks. 43 needle-free vaccine injectors use a high-pressure jet to administer drugs through the skin without pain and with greater safety. 44 DNA computing uses DNA molecules to solve complex mathematical problems in a massively parallel way with minimal energy consumption. 45 smart buildings automatically adjust heating, ventilation, and lighting by learning the habits of their occupants to maximize energy efficiency. 46 immersive virtual reality with haptics allows not only seeing, but also feeling textures and resistance in digital worlds using special gloves and suits. 47 green hydrogen is produced using surplus renewable energy and is being proposed as the clean fuel for long-distance planes and ships. 48 gesture recognition systems interpret hand and body movement to control devices without needing to touch them. 49 bioprospecting searches nature for organisms with unique properties, such as plastic-eating bacteria, to solve human problems. 50 metamaterials have properties not found in nature, such as a negative refractive index, allowing for the creation of invisibility cloaks. 51 artificial servomotors can restore the sense of touch to hand prosthetics, allowing users to feel textures and temperature. 52 effective computing is a field of artificial intelligence that recognizes, responds to, and even simulates human emotions to improve interaction. 53 far UVC light disinfectants safely eliminate airborne pathogens for humans, making them usable in public spaces. 54 enhanced geothermal energy creates artificial heat reservoirs in dry rocks to generate clean power 24 hours a day anywhere. 55 hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicles refuel in minutes and have a range similar to gasoline cars, emitting only water. 56 recommendation algorithms used by platforms analyze thousands of data points about your behavior to accurately predict what you want to watch or buy. 57 three-dimensional metal printing is manufacturing rocket and airplane components that are lighter and stronger than those made with traditional methods. 58 graphene sensors are so sensitive they can detect a single molecule of a dangerous gas or an early marker of a disease in your breath. 59 distributed computing harnesses the power of millions of personal devices to form a virtual supercomputer that solves global problems. 60 micro-robots the size of a cell can navigate the bloodstream to deliver medication locally or remove plaques in arteries. 61 tunable liquid crystals allow the creation of windows that become opaque or translucent at the push of a button, replacing curtains. 62 radio frequency identification, RFID, uses tiny batteryless tags to track products in a supply chain from factory to customer. 63 Thermoelectric generators convert waste heat from engines or industrial processes directly into electricity, increasing overall efficiency. 64. Optogenetics uses light to control specific neurons in the brain with millimetric precision to study and treat neurological diseases. 65. Small CubeSats have lowered the cost of accessing space, allowing universities and companies to launch their own missions. 66. Real-time simultaneous translation systems process spoken language and translate it into another language while preserving the original speaker's voice and tone. 67. Magnetic refrigeration uses magnetic fields to cool without harmful gases, offering an ecological alternative to traditional compressors. 68. Artificial retina implants partially restore sight to blind people by stimulating remaining nerve cells with microelectrodes. 69. Ceramic additive manufacturing creates complex components for jet engines or dental prosthetics that withstand extreme temperatures. 70. Graphene supercapacitors charge in seconds and can last for millions of cycles, replacing batteries in applications that require instant power. 71. Genetic algorithms solve optimization problems by imitating natural evolution with mutations and crossovers to find the best possible solution. 72. Phase change fabrics absorb or release heat according to body temperature, maintaining a feeling of comfort in any climate. 73. Virtual archaeology uses laser scanners and augmented reality to recreate historical ruins and sites in their original state. 74. Quantum sensors can measure cerebral magnetic fields with unprecedented precision for non-invasive diagnosis of epilepsy or Alzheimer's. Have been. 75. Tissue engineering creates biodegradable scaffolds where cells can grow to form ears, noses, or even heart valves. 76 pollinator drones attempt to supplement the decline of bees by carrying pollen between plants using computer vision to identify flowers. 77. Phase change memory, PRAM, is a type of non-volatile RAM that combines the speed of RAM with the persistence of a hard drive. 78. Piezoelectric materials generate electricity when pressure is applied, allowing energy to be harvested from people's footsteps on a sidewalk. 79. Earthquake prediction systems using artificial intelligence analyze microtremors and historical data to anticipate large earthquakes minutes in advance. 80. Analog computing is resurfacing to solve differential equations naturally and with negligible energy consumption compared to digital ones. 81. Modular robots separate and rejoin autonomously to adapt their shape and function to different tasks or environments. 82. Portable mass spectrometry allows for the chemical composition of any material to be analyzed in seconds and on-site. 83. Atmospheric water generators condense moisture from the air to produce clean drinking water, even in deserts. 84. Continuous glucose monitoring via subcutaneous sensors alerts diabetics to dangerous levels without the need for finger pricks. 85. Dynamic safety glasses darken electrically in milliseconds to act as blinds or project images onto windows. 86. Urban air mobility, Evertol, promises autonomous air taxis to decongest traffic in large cities within the next decade. 87. Directional sound systems focus audio like a laser, so that only a specific person can hear without the need for headphones. 88. Printing electronic circuits directly onto the skin allows for the creation of temporary health monitoring sensors that wash off like clothing. 89. The MEMS accelerometers in smartphones are so sensitive that they can detect a person's steps or the slightest seismic movements. 90. Artificial photosynthesis seeks to replicate the process of plants to create liquid fuels using only sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. 91. Regenerative braking systems in cars and trains convert the kinetic energy of deceleration into electricity to recharge the batteries. 92. Cryo-electron microscopes allow biological molecules to be viewed at atomic resolution by instantly freezing them in their natural state. 93. Gecko-inspired adhesives allow heavy objects to be stuck and unstuck on any surface without leaving residue, even in the vacuum of space. 94. Voice recognition systems already understand context and accents with such accuracy that they have made telephone customer service menus obsolete. 95. Infrared thermography shows the heat emitted by objects, allowing one to see in the dark or detect energy leaks in buildings. 96. Shape memory materials return to their original configuration when heated after being deformed, used in medical stents or space antennas. 97. Indoor positioning systems guide people inside large buildings like airports, using Bluetooth beacons and magnetic fields. 98. Precision fermentation uses programmed microorganisms to produce proteins identical to those in milk or meat without the need for animals. 99. Ground penetrating radars, GPR, see below the surface without digging, which is essential in archaeology, geology, or for locating pipes. 100. Insect robot colonies cooperate like a swarm to build structures or explore dangerous terrain collectively and without central control. If you enjoyed this journey into the future, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And here on the screen are 2 videos that are sure to fascinate you.